Caritas, Louisiana. 187 Killer Pads, 888, and Louisiana's Cajun Bayou.
Yes, and actually one more of course, Hampton Inn and Suites, sponsoring our penalty box, which is already getting plenty of use. We have 2 Team Michigan blockers in the box, as well as the jammer. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm seeing at the wrong angle. I have 1 Black Diaspora blocker, 1 Team Michigan blocker, and then both jammers. Well, former jammer now. You know all of the changes, so let's see. And of course, with official timeouts, we have 888 to thank. 888 developed the certified sweat saver with the best skaters, engineers, and testing facilities to bring you the safest helmet option for roller derby. Try it out for yourself.
So here we are. We jam number 2.
Yes.
Jawbreaker Jose has already gotten 2 penalties,
Oh my.
a multiplayer block and a forearm.
Wow. That's the way to start. And then we also had Freight Train with 1 penalty, correct?
That is correct, yes.
So 2 to 1 on penalties for Team Michigan.
Freight Train has a cut track penalty.
Yes. Okay. Here's the review in progress. We'll see what's going on. We usually get an update from an alt ref, so we'll bring that to you whenever they get it to us. In the meantime, that's the 5-second warning, and we are entering Jam 2.
And it is Hart up against Jawbreaker Jose.
They are your lead jammer.
And Jawbreaker Jose is lead.
No.
Nope, sorry, it's Hart. Hart is
lead.
lead.
Yes.
My mistake.
No, that's okay. And currently pushing the pack all the way to the mid-back stretch. Hart is out, picking up for 3 points because of a no point, no penalty. Okay. And on a second scoring pass through the pack, right now Jawbreaker Jose returning. So we are seeing that extension from the top of the back stretch to the end, seeing Team Michigan's tripod at the front with Hart fighting through or attempting to fight through and getting some hopefully. But right now the bridge from Black Diaspora and then the Black Diaspora tripod in the back working on Jawbreaker Jose.
And that is a 3-point jam for Black Diaspora. I'm sorry, a 6-point jam for Black Diaspora, bringing the score to 10-3 in favor of Black Diaspora, with 26 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first period.
And if you are joining us a few minutes in here, we have Team Michigan in white with pink and black accents, and Black Diaspora with black, white, and I believe there's a little bit of aqua or teal on their jerseys. Okay.
And it's Poison Violet against Gigi Spitfire. And Poison Violet breaks through for our lead jammer, takes a spill at turn number 2, but gets back up and skating. Meanwhile, Gigi Spitfire caught in a wall of Black Diaspora blockers.
Yes, none other than Wilhelmina Shakespeare, Strikesphere, I should say. She is a force. She's pivot. And then let's see who else we've got in there. Looks like Thumper.
And Gigi removes the helmet star. Looks like it's either a stash or a pass. I don't see a pivot anywhere close. The pivot's all the way up at the front, so it's going to be difficult to hand the star over.
Yes, no go-go gadget arms that we all wish we had.
Right.
And getting put in the work on Gigi Spitfire at the back of the pack.
Meanwhile, Poison Violet threw for 4.
But no go-go gadget arms. However, the pass was completed to Racer McChaser on Team Michigan. But not before any points could be scored. So 4-0 on the jam for Black Diaspora. They said, make it 5. We've been speaking too soon compared to the scoreboard operators updates. So 15-3 in favor of Black Diaspora. All right, the jam is on. Butler or Tiger for Black Diaspora wearing the star up against Swift Justice of Team Michigan at the front of the pack. We are seeing Butler get pushed to the infield. It appears, was it a track cut penalty? Yes. So Butler in the box right now. Power jam for Swift Justice and Team Michigan. Swift Justice right now caught in the whole line of Black Diaspora blockers. We'll see what kind of O her team can provide. Okay, we see the pivot from Team Michigan to the box. Getting lots of usage, lots of check-ins and check-outs in that Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box.
It's not Hotel California. You can check in, but
That's
you can
true.
also check out.
Yes, Hampton Inn, we let you leave. But it's also very comfy and clean. Unlike the penalty box right now, I wouldn't say penalty boxes are comfy because they usually have hard chairs. But also, no one wants to be there. It smells like derby, and you have to stop playing. Who wants to do that? Yeah, so Swift Justice on the track, but the star had been passed, or had it not? No, it has not. Swift Justice at the front, working it out against the last two blockers within Black Diaspora's line, none other than Queen Luziatifa, number 76, proving to make things very difficult. But Swift Justice is out. Lead to her credit, and it took a very long time for that to happen. Okay, it appears we do have a star pass to Blackjack. Hearing the loud request for a call-off from the Team Michigan bench. So 3 points had been accrued by Michigan thus far. They were sitting at 6, Black Diaspora at 15.
And this is the first scoreless jam for Black Diaspora.
Yeah, they were cranking it out the first couple. And of course, many more jams to come.
That's right. you hear the cheers for Freight Train.
Yeah. And choo-choo. There you go. Freight Train is your lead jammer. See what's going on with Nesquik.
Nesquik up at the front, 2 to beat, and takes the inside track on Nesquik's initial pass. Now eligible to score points, but Freight Train's going to call it off, not giving Nesquik the chance to score. So that is a 4-point jam for Black Diaspora and 0 for Michigan. Michigan held to only vibes.
Yes, only vibes. I like that. I mean, I'm sure they don't like that, but I love using that reference, and I will be borrowing that in the future.
Perfect.
Wow, we are almost a third of the way through period 1. It's about 9 minutes in right now.
And we've got Hart on the line for Black Diaspora with Jawbreaker Jose for Michigan. And it is Hart out in front for our lead jammer for Black Diaspora.
Though they pick up a cut track penalty, so that gives a power jam opportunity to Jawbreaker Jose and Team Michigan. Jose currently working against Pivot from Black Diaspora. And that is Blackjack. I just wanted to confirm number.
And Jawbreaker Jose out on initial pass, now engaging the pack for points. Knocked inside, forced to recycle around turn number 1. And that one is called off. I'm not exactly sure why.
We're going to contest that. We will find out.
Yeah, I'm a little confused because there was no lead jammer because...
There wasn't.
Yep,
Okay.
and it looks like they're contesting it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and there's our timeout. Our 187 Killer Pads official timeout. 187 Killer Pads often imitate it, never duplicate it. Stick with the best 187 Killer Pads.
And we are lucky enough, TM, to have Muffin with us, Muffin Tumble, as our glorious producer on this call. So
Absolutely.
grateful to have her here.
Such a huge help.
Yes. Well, something that I've observed, and this has been my first event working with Muffin, the fact that she calculates stats while she's announcing, for me, that takes so much extra focus. I don't know if I could handle it, but I applaud it.
I tried running camera while announcing a couple of days ago, and it didn't work out very well.
I was going to say, how did you like that? Because I don't think I would like that very much.
I didn't like it at all.
Okay, so, there are certain things we're comfy with, other things not so much.
Right. Though I have to say, this is my first tournament announcing.
Really?
And it is. And
exciting.
I've had such a blast this weekend. The All-Stars crew has just been so welcoming, so hospitable.
Yeah, well, you got a great experienced crew, and you blended right into me. So just so you know, I was surprised to hear you just say that this was your first tournament. So great job.
Thank you.
I mean, you are on the championship game, so. Okay. Awesome. So we are getting back. We are heading into, this is Jam 7 upon us. So that's just begun. And what was the deal with the call-off? Do we know?
So it looks like, let's see, Hart is number 8. I'm not sure.
So Hart did start in the box.
Right.
We are seeing a forearm penalty assessed to Racer McChaser, who is jamming for Team Michigan. So a power start in effect out of the box there for Hart. They are cycled back in the front stretch here, but working around, we'll see what happens. With a quick little spin there in the turn 2, Hart makes it look fancy and easy. I'm sure it's not, but fun to watch just the same. Cutting to the inside line, gets bounced to the infield in turn 1. The pack decides it's backwards derby time and lands in turn 4. The jam is called, but 2 points for Hart and Black Diaspora. Michigan remains scoreless on this jam. They remain at 6 points.
Still not sure what happened with the timeout, but Hart did start in the penalty. Hart had a cut track penalty.
Yes.
That she had started out with. That they had started out with. Pardon me.
No, and that's it's something that there was a bit of deliberation out there, not sure what, but I'm sure we'll get filled in later. Okay, but back at it, we have Nesquik versus Poison Violet. Poison Violet for Black Diaspora securing lead at just a cut. Oh no, did I see? Yes, has lead. Though we had quick work being made of it by our jammer from Team Michigan. So being number 8, Nesquik. 2 more points, though, for Black Diaspora, sitting at 23. And I'm curious to see. I don't know if Muffin is checking in on our Twitch chat. Just wanted to say hi to everyone and thank them for tuning in this weekend at Y'all Stars Southern Skate Showdown. Hope you are all enjoying this live stream. Actually brought to you by Thin Mint.
That's me.
Yes. So very high quality derbying. Speaking of, Freight Train out with lead. Less than 10 seconds. And in the pack, we've got Gigi Spitfire.
And Freight Train finds an easy outside lane for 4 points.
Okay, and it does appear Gigi Spitfire had passed, had not passed, had stashed the star. Yes. For a second, I went, where did Gigi Spitfire go?
And that is 5 scoreless jams for Michigan.
Oh, wow. And after 6 more points for Black Diaspora, really taking these small builds, and they accumulate quickly, 29-6. And we're about halfway through the first period.
Heading into jam number 10 here, we've got Hart on the line for Black Diaspora and Swift Justice for Michigan. Hart out in front, takes a spill at the pivot line, forced to recycle back behind a tripod of Michigan blockers.
All hands on deck up front for Black Diaspora, working on Swift Justice.
Swift Justice trying to get some assistance from
Attitude adjustment. Attitude adjustment, though, ends up committing a penalty off to the box. So right now, it looks like Swift Justice is going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, whittling away at the tripod and extending out the pack as far as she possibly can. And that is not any ordinary tripod. It's like a superhero tripod, really.
Both of these blockers stuck behind
Yeah.
some tough tripods.
Seriously, both of these teams are just stacked with talent. And there's a reason why they are number 1 and number 2. Okay, seeing in the back, Hart working on that tripod, attempts to jump around the outside in turn 1, though we do see Mattitude adjustment accept the star and is now in scoring position.
So Mattitude adjustment comes out of the penalty box and immediately takes the star.
Yeah. And goes for a butt-first maneuver around the inside. No, really, it was. It was amazing to see. But is currently kind of stuck in that position until knocked to the floor.
Both jammers take a spill.
Queen runs back. Mattitude adjustment. Working to pull a cut. I do not see the call assessed, though. So 3 points up for Michigan.
And Black Diaspora with another rare 0-point jam.
Yes. First scoreless for Black Diaspora. Oh, first scoreless jam for Black Diaspora. So 29-9 right now. We have 14 minutes remaining in period 1.
And it's Poison Violet up against Jawbreaker Jose on the line. And Poison Violet out in front.
Okay, forearm on Poison Violet. Okay, so it is a power jam then for Jawbreaker Jose. And also lead for Jawbreaker Jose. Poison Violet in our Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box.
Let's see if Jawbreaker Jose can take advantage of this power jam and put some points on the board.
Well, if Yeti and Black Diaspora have anything to say about that, that's a no. They're going to do everything in their power as a team to hold back Jawbreaker Jose.
They've gotten 4 leads, but also
The jam is called.
Okay.
Michigan. Each power jam they've gotten 3 jams.
Oh.
So Michigan has gotten 4 leads off of 4 power jams. And unfortunately, all that work, they only get 2 points out of it.
Well, now it's going to be about not only managing the clock efficiently, but also working within whatever they're dealt. So currently seeing, the power start for Nesquik and Team Michigan, though it was very brief. Poison is back to the track, but right now working on the last 2 blockers in line for Black Diaspora into turn 2. That is Nesquik securing lead. It did take 24 seconds for that to happen. And let's see, Poison is in the pack, has removed the star.
Yes.
Checking to see if a pass is in progress. That could be the case.
And this is Michigan's first back-to-back lead.
Now we're seeing 3-3-3 in company. That would be none other than Cookie Rumble from Michigan, along with 2 fellow blockers working to contain and cap Poison, but Poison keeps it moving. Queen with the run back on Nesquik and was going to take it all the way to the line in turn 1. Forces the call off, so 4 points from Nesquik, though. That's a 15-point total for Michigan thus far. Black Diaspora also scoreless on that jam, so that's 2 in a row scoreless for Black Diaspora. They sit at 29.
9-0-3 jam run in favor of Michigan.
And it's been a 9-0-3 jam run in favor of Michigan.
Oh, wow. Okay.
9-0-4, excuse me.
Yes. Yep. So Freight Train versus Jawbreaker Jose. Those are your jammers of record. Lead quickly picked up in turn 2 by Freight Train. The pack recoils to the pivot line area. And of course, if you are just joining us, we have Black Diaspora wearing black with white accents. And a big hit around the outside for Freight Train on the scoring pass. Picking up 4.
Jawbreaker Jose stashing the star. Not sure if it's going to be a helmet pass opportunity, but the pivot is all the way at the front of the pack. Meanwhile, Freight Train threw for 4 points.
And yes, the star was just handed off to Mattitude Adjustment to answer your question. But Mattitude Adjustment picks up a forearm penalty. So off to check in to our penalty box, brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites.
And that is a 12-point jam for Black Diaspora. I believe it's the highest scoring jam for Black Diaspora so far.
And of the entire game.
That's true.
Yes. Team Michigan Roller Derby on Twitch. Let's stay out of the Hampton Inn and Suites, please. We understand.
All right, and that is Jam 14 with Hart and Mattitude Adjustment in the box right now, but Hart is out in front and takes a spill inside, but able to get back up and lead jammer for Black Diaspora. Meanwhile, Mattitude Adjustment is in the penalty box and getting ready to hop back into the track, as that jam is called off with 4 points for Black Diaspora, and Michigan held to only vibes.
But with Black Diaspora picking up those 4 points, they bolstered their lead to 30 points. So right now showing we are 21 minutes in to period 1. It's a fast-moving, not a ton of stoppages. We had those couple in the beginning, but that's about it throughout this game, which is great because it keeps it moving and exciting for everyone. Butler quickly up the inside line, securing lead. And it appears that we have a jammer for Michigan, but I'm just trying to see who it is. Oh, that's number 23, Mattitude Adjustment, just stashing the star. But at the front of the pack, seeing Butler really have to maneuver. There was like a whole arm movement required because of the way that 404 Jay Sandin managed to get right underneath Butler's shoulder. Okay, we do see a clockwise block or, direction and gameplay penalty assessed for one Black Diaspora blocker. And currently seeing the return of Jawbreaker Jose to the track, but Mattitude Adjustment being held by a wall of one, if only for a few. That's none other than Cocoa Butter 910. Mattitude Adjustment coming around in scoring position, though Butler is able to call it and prevent any points for Team Michigan. So continuing on that scoreless run, and 7 points for Black Diaspora. They sit at 52 to Michigan's 15.
AmeriHealth Caritas Louisiana helps people get care, stay well, and build healthy communities. Their Medicaid plan offers a wide range of benefits to best meet your health needs and those of your family. To learn more about AmeriHealth Caritas Louisiana, visit careforla.com.
We had Headhunter_KRD ask who is 221 on Black Diaspora. I have, let's see, 221 would be none other than Yeti. And 007, though, Poison Violet, is your lead jammer. Making quick work of that up against Gigi Spitfire of Team Michigan. Through and calls it. See how many points Poison picks up.
And that is 4 jams in a row for Michigan with 0 points.
Yes, so 55 to 15, a 40-point game. Relatively low scoring considering how intense the play has been.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Team Michigan Roller Derby, it's okay. We are about to get like a lot of points. Okay. Literally. Loads of points.
That's how this works, right?
I guess. I mean, the team with the most points wins. Otherwise, you're not playing Derby. Okay. You're just hitting people
Right.
for fun. I think that's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, though.
Right.
But back to the track, Freight Train around the outside, able to secure lead, while Swift Justice on the inside, driven infield and strung back around the jammer line area, or just shy of it. So we are seeing a big concentration of blockers from Michigan over to the inside line, working to help her on out. The star was passed. That's two. Matitude. Yes.
Matitude once again taking the star, but Freight Train goes ahead and calls that one off before Matitude can re-engage.
Matitude adjustment, landing on the floor and then, turning over in style, like, oh, okay, I guess that's the jam. But just about 5 minutes remaining in period one. It's been a quick one.
And I know I'm going to be talking about the 888 Certified Sweat Saver in my sleep.
Yes.
After all the reads this weekend, the Certified Sweat Saver from 888, top of the line safety standards and unmatched fit options. Here in jam number 18, it's Hart up against Nesquik, and Hart tries to come out the top of the pack, but is knocked inside. So it's Nesquik actually who is assessed lead.
Yes, and Nesquik being detained and knocked to the floor by Queen Lucia and company, because I can't see numbers at the moment for the folks who are backwards blocking. But this way, I do see in Blackjack watching the pack.
Status for Michigan, 17%.
And that would be 3-0-1, none other than Blaxel Rose.
So fun fact, Michigan has 17% lead jammer status out of all of the jams that we've seen so far. 17% of them have been Michigan lead jams.
Oh, wow. Well, strategic play, especially at this level. I know they're not happy with that number, but I know they're striving for higher. But also Black Diaspora able to really just cap and contain the jammers and pull penalties.
That's right.
That right there is a great way to establish control. And we are seeing Poison Violet come on out for Black Diaspora, jamming against Gigi Spitfire. Your lead jammer is Poison Violet. Right now the pack in the backstretch, seeing right at the edge of turn 2, Poison in scoring position. And the pack moving up just a little. We see the star come off the helmet of Gigi Spitfire, so curious to see if it's a pass. In this case, it was to Racer McChaser, number 28 on Team Michigan.
And we saw Cookie Rumble come out of the penalty box. Cookie Rumble had been assessed a multiplayer block earlier.
Oh, okay. So waiting for the scoreboard to settle for a second. It had a little bit of a uptick in points and then a quick adjustment. It looks like we're good. So 4 points for Black Diaspora takes them to 63 over Michigan's 19. We have an official review in progress, and that was called by Team Michigan. And while we wait, of course, we want to thank 187 Killer Pads. 187 might haunt mine, but that's not a bad thing, especially since 187 Killer Pads are worn by the most pros in the world, and if you skate, you know why. They are the first company to make pads specifically for roller derby athletes. 187 Killer Pads, thank you for your support of Y'all Stars Southern Skate Showdown.
Turn to Lamar Advertising for all your outdoor marketing needs. Lamar of Houma is the largest provider of out-of-home advertising in Houma and its surrounding areas. Contact Lisa at the Houma office, 985-856-9690. That's 985-856-9690. Lamar Advertising of Houma.
All right. And I heard there's some sort of giveaway from Bont. Is that right? I think a $500 gift card giveaway.
Absolutely. It is, in fact, a $500 gift card giveaway. We're teaming up with Bont for a massive gift card giveaway, a $500 giveaway to be exact. You could win $500 to spend on all your Bont favorites, plates, wheels, bearings, accessories, or even a brand new pair of skates. You can enter to win now at tinyurl.com/y'allstars giveaway. And fun fact, I skate Bont.
Oh. I have a lot of the juniors at Northeast Uprising that I coach skate Bont as well.
I love my Pro Stars.
Nice. Yeah, those look like super comfy skates. And they come in a lot of fun colors, too.
They do.
Yeah. Purple seems to be popular with a few of my skaters.
Yes.
What color are yours?
Mine are black.
Oh, very nice. Keep it simple because, black is chic and it matches everything.
That's right.
Yes. All right, so let's see here. We have a shout out to the volunteers and officials from Nocturna Storm. Thank you. And all of the volunteers. Yes, Team Michigan Roller Derby, thank you. The track crew and all the volunteers from Shifty Streams. Yes, we are so lucky to have the village that has made Y'all Stars Southern Skate Showdown happen. And this is my first Y'all Stars event. It has been a delight.
Absolutely.
And if they'll have me, I'll be back.
Awesome. Same.
Yeah.
Me too. So the official review, there was no the contact did not affect play, so the call stands.
Nice. Okay. So shout out to Shakes 508. I see you, Shake and Bake. Glad you were listening on the drive home. And back to gameplay, of course.
2-2 Freight Train is the lead jammer. 2-0-2.
Yes. And Swift Justice is the opposing jammer for Team Michigan. Well, has the star in hand currently, so may not be as visible as jammer. We'll see if there is a star pass in progress or just for the sake of drawing less attention to oneself. And it was for the purpose of exiting the pack with a little less attention. So Swift Justice is through in scoring position, but right now the pack, right after the pivot line, we are seeing the jam called.
So fun fact, Freight Train's kind of cheer, 2-2, her number used to be 2-2 when she was with Houston, but then she went to Texas Roller Girls, and Texas Roller Girls already had a skater number 2-2, so she had to get to 0-2.
Yes.
So 2-2.
2-2. I just like going choo-choo. And so Black Diaspora sitting at a very nice 69 points over Michigan's 19. Butler, the jammer of record, Butler or Tiger for Black Diaspora versus Gigi Spitfire once again. Seeing that nice tight jammer rotation. And it is Gigi Spitfire with the lead, one of the more successful jammers as far as leads go on Team Michigan. Oh, and we do have a penalty assessed to one Black Diaspora blocker and one blocker from Team Michigan.
Yeti.
Oh, we have a star pass to Yeti.
Black Diaspora, by the way, on a 40-4 run right now.
And the pack launching full speed ahead into turn 3 in anticipation of Yeti. But the jam was called off. 4 points for Team Michigan. They sit at 23. Black Diaspora remains at 69.
Announcer's curse.
No, I think sometimes you just never know what's going to happen. There are certain things we may be able to predict, but, it's just our dumb luck.
That is a very nice score, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. And Shifty Streams agrees.
Heart is on the line for Black Diaspora. It's Jawbreaker Jose for Michigan, and it is Heart out front for our lead jammer, Black Diaspora. Meanwhile, Jawbreaker Jose up against a 2-wall at the front of the pack, trying to take the outside lane, not finding an opening, moving inside, still not finding an opening, trying to get some assistance from the Michigan pivot, but nothing doing. Jawbreaker Jose knocked inside, now recycled to the back of the pack.
Yes, and we do see some interaction with Blackjack on the inside line there, some backwards blocking. Now Blackjack reunited with some teammates and then being pushed on out toward the edge of the backstretch, heading for turn 3. Though we are seeing Hart come around with 4 more points, making it 8 for them and Black Diaspora.
we're seeing some nice bridging between these two packs. Otherwise, they'd be out of there would be no pack, and
Right.
the jammer would be released.
If only it were so simple. We know that, of course, all the destruction penalties and the like, but getting a couple of ski in the Twitch chat for Team Black Diaspora.
And we do have a helmet pass, a star pass to Racer McChaser.
Oh, for Team Michigan, and picking up 2 points. So outscoring by 10, Black Diaspora puts up 12. Michigan puts up 2, 81-25. We've reached intermission.
Oh,
Can you believe it? It's been that fast of a game.
I can't
Seriously.
believe it.
All right, friends on Twitch, we will be back. We see Breathing in a Paper Bag from Cosmic Slams. Yes, for real. So shout out to Team Michigan and Black Diaspora and all the fans out there. We will be back in about 8 minutes or so, and that will be live from Thibodaux, Louisiana, here at Y'all Stars. Back here at Y'all Stars Southern Skate Showdown, live from Thibodaux, Louisiana, the Herring Auditorium. I am Banshee, coming back to you with Thin Mint. Thin Mint will be joining me in just a moment. But just to review a few things that happened in period one. As far as scoring goes, on Black Diaspora, Freight Train is the top point scorer, accumulating 36 points. And the highest scoring jam was only 12 points, and that's of the entire game. Only one jam has been scoreless for Black Diaspora, and only one where they did not obtain a lead. Now, as far as other points accrued, Hart has put up the remaining 26 points. And on Team Michigan, as far as higher scoring or points per jammer, we're looking at Jawbreaker Jose has 5. Gigi Spitfire has 4. Okay, Swift Justice has 6. Nesquik has 8, and Racer McChaser has 2. So seeing the spread of points more greatly distributed across jammers versus the two who have put up the big totals of 36 and 26 on Black Diaspora. Now, seeing how there was the 12-point jam from Black Diaspora right to end the half. They sit at 81 points as we head into period 2, Michigan at 25. And we have an update on penalties. Thin Mint, you want to bring that to us?
Sure. So Black Diaspora has 12 penalties. Number 6, Coco Fry, has 3 penalties. Team Michigan has 14 penalties. Number 23, Matitude Adjustment, has 3 penalties. And 922, Jawbreaker Jose, has 4.
And we know that both the lead percentage and not only the points, but penalty trouble can definitely illustrate how a team reaches either their victory or their demise in a game. So looking forward to seeing how quick period 2 will be, because we know it was lightning fast in period 1. And we are back at it. So Freight Train, same tight jammer rotation here. Freight Train versus Jawbreaker Jose off the jammer line. And if you are just joining us in period 2, Black Diaspora currently seated number 1. Team Michigan seated number 2. They are in the championship game. And it is Freight Train securing lead in a matter of seconds. Matitude Adjustment has received the star pass for Team Michigan. And Black Diaspora wearing black jerseys with white accents, and we are seeing Team Michigan in white jerseys with pink and blue accents. We are seeing 2 points picked up by Black Diaspora.
And Michigan picking up vibes?
Yes, so 83 to 25 based upon said vibes. And it looked like, so AK 40-ounce coach for Michigan had run out to the officials quickly for some clarification on something, but no reviews in progress.
And it is Hart on the line for Black Diaspora and Swift Justice for Team Michigan. And that is Jay Sandin taking a hard hit. I heard that from the dais.
Oof. We are seeing a little bit of a commotion there with Racer McChaser had hit the floor, but it looks like there was a star pass to Racer McChaser, and I saw a forearm penalty assessed to Hart, so they'll have a seat in our Hampton Inn & Suites penalty box, but not to worry, they'll check out in 30 seconds.
Cookie Rumble also taking a trip to the Hampton Inn & Suites penalty box with a forearm.
So not 30 seconds. A speedier checkout than expected. Hart is back to the track with an apex jump in turn 1, getting them past the pack. It worked out, and now in scoring position.
And meanwhile, Racer McChaser takes a cut track penalty, but back on the track now after serving as long as Hart did before. And Racer McChaser trying to find that inside lane, but not being able to break apart that that Black Diaspora wall.
Yes, that's Blaxel Rose and Blackjack working as part of the wall, along with Queen Luciatifa. And Queen is off to the penalty box. Oh, a quick apex hop there for Racer McChaser, picking up 4 points, 8 in total so far, though none for Black Diaspora. Oh, there we go. We have 4 on the board, and a total of 12 now for Michigan.
Racer McChaser on Detroit Roller Derby. And that is a 12-point jam for Michigan. I'm sorry, a 15-point jam for Michigan and a 4-point jam for Black Diaspora, bringing the score to 87 in favor of Black Diaspora and 40 points for Michigan. We've got just over 26 and a half minutes left here in the second period.
And what was that we were saying about penalties helping tell the story? And we were granted with a whole bunch of penalties. We were gifted with them. And that's not necessarily what we were hoping for, but it happened. Poison Violet versus GG Spitfire, your jammers of record. GG Spitfire at the front of the pack, working against Yeti and Thumper. And Wheelamina Skate, the Strike Sphere. So keeping contained, Black Diaspora really working to slow and drive out on the outside line. GG Spitfire seeing Thumper pick up, I believe it was a forearm penalty.
Correct.
Yes. So Poison Violet still working it out.
And that is Slamlet on Team Michigan with a low block. So both teams have one blocker in the penalty box, so they are even strength in the pack. As that one's called off, Black Diaspora picking up 3, and Michigan held scoreless.
A 50-point game, and we've been seeing it's been roughly 40 to 50 points as the differential throughout the game, so we'll see if that continues.
Our Y'all Stars locker rooms are brought to you by Crash Course. Build speed, strength, and agility with a customized training plan and so much more. Visit Chrissy with a K, crashwithak.com, or visit them in the vendor market to learn more.
It's an excellent program. I actually am part of the Thrive program under Crash Course. And right now we see, to be frank, Nikki Tricky Savvy's favorite derby name to say at Y'all Stars this weekend, with the star for Team Michigan securing lead up against Butler, a.k.a. Tiger.
We were talking about To Be Frank, so yeah, we willed it into existence. As To Be Frank takes knocked inside, but her blocker knocked out as well, so she was able to pick up where she left off.
And we do see the star has been passed on Black Diaspora to Blackjack.
Blackjack of Atlanta Roller Derby. And To Be Frank's going to go ahead and call that one off after picking up 8. Black Diaspora 4 on the jam.
There we have it, 94 to 48. And we are 6 minutes into period 2. Full complement of blockers on the track, plus both jammers. So, all right, all of the wheels are ready to roll.
And it's Freight Train making an appearance once again on the line. Jawbreaker Jose also on the line.
Yes, and we are seeing the defensive efforts of Team Michigan attempting to hold, but not quite.
Jawbreaker Jose picking up a multiplayer block penalty. So it is a power jam situation for Freight Train.
Oh my, and also one off for the pack. I believe that may have been Slamlet for Michigan.
Freight Train is one of those jammers you don't want to give the opportunity to go into a power jam, because Freight Train will take advantage. Will take every advantage.
Oh, as she should, and every jammer should. Yes.
Yes.
Come crashing through that pack like the Kool-Aid Man and take every point with you. That's what I say. But I know some folks are more finessey, but I love the style of an aggressive jammer.
Absolutely. Freight Train already 3 laps scoring, picking up 12 points so far, looking for a fourth lap.
Oh, I just see there was a cut track penalty assessed to Freight Train, though. So 12 points were picked up. There will be a power start for Team Michigan, but 106 for Black Diaspora, 48 for Michigan, as the points from Black Diaspora go unanswered. We do have an official review being requested by Black Diaspora. So we'll see what is going on there. We've got our field correspondent, Nikki Tricky Savvy, out in the center, as you can see, featured in, I don't know if that's a Snuggie or what it is exactly, but it looks very comfortable and to be a wearable blanket. And it's cute because it's got strawberries on it.
So if the penalty stands, that would be Freight Train's 4th penalty.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to check in if we have something to share. So I just wanted to let you all know. Thank you again.
Link it is?
For tuning in here through twitch.tv/y'allstars. I wasn't able to see because my phone died, but thanks to Muffin, was able to check in, and I see the support for the ref crew, saying that this ref crew is on point, and then also lots of support for Black Diaspora, Freight Train, and then also Team Michigan out there. So thanks again for tuning in. We are glad to have you with us, enjoying this very beautiful, clear broadcast for the low price of $3.99, of course, here at Y'all-Star Southern Skate Showdown.
Oh, and Murda's not here. Murda left. Is here in spirit. Murda is here in spirit.
Murda is here in spirit because Murda had to go.
So
we are glad to have Murda here in spirit.
we saw Freight Train return to the bench. So it appears that the penalty was overturned.
Okay, so they will retain their official review, and that's because
They determined that Freight Train did not cut the track.
okay, fabulous, worth all of that celebration for sure.
So now Freight Train has had 3 penalties,
Not four.
not 4.
Haha. It's always nice. I feel like it's vindicating for any skater, but especially a jammer in a big game like this too.
Absolutely. And a big shout out to Team Michigan, by the way. Team Michigan on Twitch. They've been an MVP of the chat all weekend.
They really have, and we appreciate that because sometimes it's tough because we don't always know if we're reaching folks. We know folks will put on the stream, but it's nice to have the interaction and always a great presence there, Team Michigan. Thank you.
For sure.
Jawbreaker, 5 penalties. Everyone else is 3 or under.
So Jawbreaker with 5 penalties. Jawbreaker of Team Michigan. Jawbreaker Jose with 5 penalties. Everyone else has 3 or under.
Oh, well, that's good for them. Oh, something I just wanted to give Black Diaspora Roller Derby a shout out for. Earlier today, there were some juniors games. There was a game between Red Stick Juniors, who's actually our host league. They were playing Conroe Scallywags from Southwest Texas, and there was a turnout of about 10 or 12 Black Diaspora skaters who came to the game to support one of the skaters, a black skater from the Red Stick Junior Roller Derby team. And there was actually a presentation. They gave the skater a bonnet, and it was just a really nice presentation. But before that, it was just great to see the support from an adult derby team for the juniors. And it's nice to see that support for the future of roller derby, and that Black Diaspora realizes the investment of the time and effort in it. So very, very cool to see.
That's very cool.
Yeah, and I think that it's really something else just tied to the juniors end of it. Seeing the skaters now who are on some of these borderless and state teams who have come up through the junior programs that are now playing on adult teams. I know Team Mass has 2 skaters that were in junior programs, so it's just coming full circle.
That's right, and it's almost like we're entering a golden age of roller derby where you're starting to see a bunch of the former junior players start to age into the adult teams.
Yes,
So
graduating.
you're seeing these skaters who have been skating for like 14 to 18 years, and I really think that the level of play in roller derby, especially in these leagues where you have these feeder junior teams, these junior teams feeding in,
Yeah.
you're gonna see these teams just level up so much.
Oh, I mean, the juniors are incredible, and I've been saying to my fellow skaters, you gotta watch out. Like they're coming. They can skate circles around you right now.
Absolutely. In fact,
be ready, and it's gonna be fun.
In Nashville, a couple of our better jammers are come up
juniors.
from juniors. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we have finally returned to gameplay. It's great to see Poison versus Swift Justice. Swift Justice is your lead jammer for Team Michigan.
So Michigan taking a little time to regroup and maybe and update some strategy.
And we saw excellent line coverage coming from Black Diaspora. Not that I would anticipate anything less. Blackjack stomping on that line of the turn 1 apex. Just absolutely great. Able to prevent additional points. Black Diaspora picks up 4, keeping Michigan only at 2. So 110 to 50.
It is a 60-point differential.
See, it keeps growing.
Yep.
We were like, in period 1, it was about 40 points it was hanging around. Start of this period, it was 50, and now it's 60. But we'll see what happens. Right now, the pack right around the pivot line. We have Tiger pushing on the defense from Team Michigan, getting a little bit of O there from a teammate. And in the back of the pack, which is just past the pivot line, we have a wily To Be Frank. Oh, it's been 29 to 25 so far in the second half in favor of Black Diaspora.
To Be Frank trying to find that outside lane, but knocked out of bounds and recycled to the back of the pack. Ooh, a nice little zig and zag there for To Be Frank, and To Be Frank is awarded lead jammer. And meanwhile, we have Dumper from Black Diaspora sent to the penalty box with a forearm. So it's a pack advantage situation for Team Michigan here.
The star has been passed to Wilhelmina Strixsphere.
And Oi on Team Michigan has been assessed a forearm as well.
Now, To Be Frank, I have to say, is such a wiggly jammer, very difficult to get your body onto.
Right.
That's what it seems to me, because they just don't stop moving, even in the littlest bit. So right now, Black Diaspora, thanks to Getty, was able to lay a hip hit and drive Frank out in turn 2, back to turn 1, forcing the call off. Looks like Michigan picks up 8, courtesy of To Be Frank, taking them to 58, and holds Black Diaspora scoreless on that jam.
To Be Frank actually reminds me of another jammer we saw this weekend, Hawaii.
Hawaii KO.
Hawaii
from
KO
Team
from Team Philippines.
Yeah.
They have a very similar jamming style.
I love that style jammer too, even though it's so frustrating when you're the opposing blocker.
Right.
But it's even more gratifying when you can get a good hit on them or
Yes.
keep them still, because it's that much more difficult. You're like, achievement unlocked. Speaking of achievements, Poison Violet was out of the pack, did pick up lead, did get knocked out of turn 2, though before the opposition came on up. she was able to call it from the floor. So now Team Michigan has outscored Black Diaspora by 4 points in the second period, 33-29. Thank you, Muffin. Muffin is a stats genius. I'm just going to give her that love because she's amazing.
I let Muffin do all the math because I'm too gay to do math.
Too gay to do math. I love it. Well, you know, I can do certain math very quickly, and then other things not so much. So, but then I'm pan, so I guess I'll claim that part. Awesome. So right now, speaking of awesome, Freight Train back at it against Racer McChaser of Team Michigan. Now, Racer McChaser did not start with the star. That was a star pass. It is a power jam, though, in favor of Team Michigan, seeing Freight Train get a back block. So Racer McChaser coming right around in turn 1 right now. And we are seeing Black Diaspora able to run Racer McChaser to the outside line. And we have the trio at the front of the pack. That is Yeti and Thumper, along with 910 Cocoa Butter, able to work on Racer McChaser, but not enough to hold back longer. So 4 points up for Team Michigan. They sit at 62 right now. Freight Train is back on the track. The pack in turn 1. And leaning to the outside, but then made it all the easier for Racer McChaser and Freight Train to, well, no, Racer McChaser and then a star pass to Yeti. Yeti jamming, it's always fun to get by on that inside. And a quick little hop, which was not landed in bounds from Racer McChaser, cycles her back to the top of the backstretch. Meanwhile, mid-backstretch, we have Freight Train working on that defense. I do see we have another penalty. That is for Freight Train, though, and that's right. Yeti is jamming, and Yeti is over there in in the mix of it all.
And unfortunately, I don't have my phone on me, so I can't quick reference what...
Okay, cut track penalty assessed to Racer McChaser at jam's end. So 12-3 on this jam in favor of Michigan. They sit at 70, Black Diaspora at 113. So it is a 43-point game.
Michigan really chomping away at that Black Diaspora lead.
They know that they needed to cut down that differential, and we're pretty successful thus far.
We're entering a 187 Killer Pads official timeout. 187 Killer Pads, no other brand comes close to the innovation, standards, and fit options. It's 187 Killer Pads.
And this is Championship Sunday, of course, because this is the Women's Division Championship. And currently seeing Team Michigan outscore Black Diaspora in period 2, 45-34. Right now, this official timeout is for the purpose of track maintenance. Got to keep everybody safe out there. Thanks again to those adhesive demarcation technicians, aka the tape crew.
So basically what you're saying here is if the game just started with the second period, Michigan would be in the lead.
You're correct.
So it is Racer McChaser in the penalty box with a track cut, and
Poison Violet is your lead jammer on that power start.
And it is, Poison Violet is lead jammer.
Mm-hmm. So right now, we have 3 blockers from Team Michigan working on Poison, quickly cycling her back to the top of turn 1. And right now, all hands on deck, blocking Poison. Racer McChaser is back and cuts through 2 blockers from Black Diaspora. But right now, we are seeing things getting a bit scattered in the pack.
Poison Violet calls it off, picking up 4 points before Racer McChaser can make her way back to the pack.
Yes, thankfully that was the initial pass. So 119-70 after those 4 points are picked up by Poison Violet. And we are officially in the last quarter of the game.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
last quarter.
Under 15 minutes. Wow.
Last quarter of the last bout of the day,
of the entire event.
of the event.
And then off to the Y'all Ball we go. We don't have to go very far. It's the after party, the Y'all Ball. But Freight Train versus Swift Justice. We are in Jam 11 of Period 2.
Freight Train sent back to the jammer line as we see two very solid tripods.
Okay, we do see that there is a penalty assessed.
That is a forearm on Jay Sandin.
Freight Train cycled back to turn 1. Working up against Slamlet and company. And up the inside line, Freight Train is out. Not lead jammer.
No pass, no penalty.
So
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's Michigan with
Yes.
lead jammer.
Swift Justice was lead. Though seeing here if any points, no, it is a scoreless jam all around.
Vibes all around.
Vibes. People just vibes. No points, just vibes.
So it is the third scoreless jam of the bout.
Oh, I've realized because she's a ref who's on this crew, I believe. My favorite ref name of the weekend, I Shove Lucy.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
I know I saw that because I just caught out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh yeah, that name is great.
We've seen I Shove Lucy. We've seen No Pack Shakur.
Yes, all the celebrities represented.
It's Butler or Tiger on the line for Black Diaspora. To be frank, for Michigan, we see we just saw Yeti take a directional penalty, I believe.
Direction of gameplay.
Yep. But it's Tiger who is lead jammer for our Black Diaspora.
Okay, so blocking with the head, to be frank, was in the box for that. But just had to return, perhaps left a little early. I don't know what that was about. But to be frank, is standing in the penalty box. Okay. Right now we have Tiger pushing out against the last lines of defense.
And to be frank, shows that athleticism, just going outside and making easy work of the pack for initial pass.
Okay, and the jam was called per command of the bench. Very wise to prevent any points for Team Michigan. Black Diaspora picks up 4. They're at 123 to Michigan 70. And we have about 11 and a half minutes left in gameplay.
Want to thank our captain sponsors for the tournament, Lamar Advertising, K-Wood and Randazzo's Bakery, who, by the way, provided us with some fantastic king cakes,
Magnificent.
and Hampton Inn and Suites. I ended up with the baby in one of the king
Oh, you
cakes,
did?
so that means that I have to buy the next king cake.
Oh, okay.
That's how that works.
I forgot how that one worked because I've only had king cake one other time, and it's because our THA, P. Armageddon, actually brought me a king cake to Bodas years ago because I had told him I'd never had it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I said, is there, I said, I doubt, I could get one. And he goes, oh, I'll bring one to Bodas. I was like, oh, thank you. And then, yeah, the little plastic baby, we had fun with it in the office because I brought the cake to work to share.
Nice.
And then people were hiding the little tiny baby. So people would find it weeks later. It was really cute.
Aw.
What was that, Muffin?
We don't talk about Bodas.
Yeah, we don't. It's okay. I don't know what you're talking about. We're at Y'all Star Southern Skate Showdown. Yes, we are, and we are having a blast. But yeah, I had a sliver of king cake, and it was delightful. If I can get my hands on some before I go home in a couple of days, I will be doing that again.
Nice.
It's just so damn good.
You have to.
Ooh, okay. Let's get the camera on our, not our jam timer, but our NSO who's out there. Mad love for Matitude, shouting out from the Twitch chat. Thanks again, friends. Yeah, we have our NSO flexing. And the crowd playing along because we know how it goes on the official timeout. Ooh, and getting low, too.
Ooh, derby stance.
Get low, get low, get low.
I mean, we've been playing that song all weekend, so why not? Oh, my goodness. It's so fun when you can have a sense of humor and make the best of it.
Absolutely. That's what makes roller derby fun.
Indeed. All right, so we were at 123 to 70 in favor of Black Diaspora. We are returning to gameplay. Poison Violet is your jammer of record for Black Diaspora. To be frank, jamming for Team Michigan. Now, Team Michigan's jammer in the box right now, so we'll see Poison Violet make the best of this power start opportunity.
So Jay Sandin comes into the Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box with a multiplayer block.
And having just checked out, back to the track, that's To Be Frank. To Be Frank manages to secure a lead, though it seems Black Diaspora bench may have questioned if there should have been a track cut assessed. We'll wait and see if there's any review. Okay, and so we have Wilhelmina strike sphere to the penalty box. Currently, Jay Sendin standing for Team Michigan in the penalty box. So we'll start 3-on-3 in the pack.
Also want to thank Chub Club, Cajun Kid Burgers and Wings, Louisiana Fish Fry, Roller Derby Athletics, Roller Derby Coaching, Sidewalk Spirits, Tabasco, and Urban South Brewery as we see Freight Train take on Swift Justice here on the jammer line. And Freight Train makes easy work of the pack out first for lead jammer. Swift Justice finding some trouble at the front of the pack, but one to beat at the front. 2 to beat now.
And I think there's some friendly conversation occurring too, because I'm seeing a couple of smiles there from Black Diaspora and Swift Justice. I mean, going for that one-on-one blocking. And
Swift Justice set free.
Queen is off to the penalty box. After that, totally worth it because they were both having a blast.
Black Diaspora picks up 3 on the jam, bringing the score to 126-72 in favor of Black Diaspora.
Okay, so we do have a 4-3 pack advantage in favor of Team Michigan as we head into Jam 16. Jam is on and right up the inside line. First out is Gigi Spitfire, but hot on Gigi's heels is Hart. And going with a nice side catch hit. Hart able to get past and wasting no time. Hart getting back at it. Both jammers having to take a spill upon interacting with the opposing blockers. And Yeti able to draw a cut track, forearm penalty on Gigi Spitfire. So power jam in favor of Hart and Black Diaspora. Oh, and it seems we'll have a jammer switcheroo. Oh, blocking with the back of the head.
Good old-fashioned jammer swap as Hart enters the penalty box and Gigi Spitfire returns to the track. Gigi Spitfire up against a wall of Black Diaspora blockers, trying to get some assistance from a Team Michigan blocker that is Slamlet.
Yep. Yeti Thumper and Queen making it tough on Gigi Spitfire. And in the back, we are seeing Hart get caught up on Team Michigan. But a very sly star pass to Yeti though not as sly as they were hoping. Getty getting cycled to the line in turn 1.
And
ooh.
another star pass to Racer McChaser.
And a quick recycle coming from Black Diaspora.
I believe this is the first double star pass.
Yeah. Well, you know, gotta see it all in the course of a 4-day tournament. 4 points up. Oh no, not 4 points. It was just the hand signal of the star pass from the jammer. Oh no, and 4 points for Yeti.
Of course, we want to give shout-outs to Alpena, Traverse City, Small Town Outlaws, Chemical City, and Central Michigan Roller Derby.
Yes. Thank you for all tuning in here on twitch.tv/y'allstars. So 6-4 on the last jam in favor of Michigan. Black Diaspora still ahead, 130-78. So 52-point game.
We see our very fashionable correspondent, Nikki Tricky Savvy,
Yes.
talking to the referees.
I'm listening intently. It's like, what is she doing? Though, because of the proximity of Nikki to Blackjack and the colors of what Nikki's wearing and Blackjack's wheels, the colors pop.
They do.
Yeah, I love it. So, if we were looking at the second half here, 53-49, Team Michigan is outscoring Black Diaspora. Still very close. We have a mountain of Post-its because of all the intel we're getting from Muffin. Thank you.
It's, as they say, anyone's game.
Oh, yes. So this official review, we'll get the lowdown for you.
Michigan looking for direction of gameplay, penalty being called on Black Diaspora.
So Team Michigan is looking for a direction of gameplay penalty on one of Black Diaspora's blockers. So it looks like they're trying to get it's Queen, who is the skater. They're trying to get the direction of gameplay penalty on.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens here. And while we wait, we'd like to thank 888. They developed the certified sweat saver with the best skaters, engineers, and testing facilities to bring you the safest helmet option for roller derby. Try it for yourself. The 888 certified sweat savers developed, tested, and trusted by the best. So why not get yourself the best?
I like how Tabasco is one of these sponsored shout-outs because it has given me the opportunity several times to remark about how when you grow up in South Louisiana, the Tabasco factory is one of your yearly field trips.
Really?
It is.
Oh.
So every year between, I'd say, 3rd grade and 6th grade, we actually went to the Tabasco factory in Avery Island, Louisiana, and watched them make Tabasco.
And how exciting was that? Was it absolutely riveting? I'm sure.
It's it's interesting, but the real attraction is the aviary on the island.
Oh, cool.
Because Avery Island is a salt dome.
Oh.
And that's what makes it an island. And there's an aviary. There's like a large gazebo and a botanical gardens there as well.
Well, that's really neat. So I'm thinking, okay, I could see kids going through and seeing the hot sauce being made. I'm a dork when it comes to all the how it's made shows. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that, especially the Rydell roller skate episode. Yeah. But I had a friend who worked for a company who makes hummus. Oh, and he would send me videos of the machines and everything, like making the hummus and putting everything in the packages.
Oh, that's cool.
So silly, but I would get a total kick out of watching Tabasco be made. But then after that, you would think it wouldn't take very long. So I'm glad that they have the aviary and everything else there.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Yeah, but you get to see the barrels where all the peppers are stored, and You get to see them kind of squeezed out with and mixed with vinegar, and so yeah, you get the full Tabasco experience.
Neat.
Michigan won that on 76 will go to the penalty box, and they keep
I mean, life is pretty boring without hot sauce, so I support the whole Tabasco field trip thing. I think starting the kids young on the hot sauce, good idea.
Good idea. In Louisiana, that's
Of
how it
course,
happens.
it's necessary.
So just an update, Michigan did win the official review, so the penalty stands, and you'll see number 76, Queen, is in the penalty box.
Okay, well, we are back to gameplay right now, and that is, to be frank, wriggling free of the pack. And Tiger is the jammer of record.
To be frank, at the front of the pack at the pivot line, up against a tripod of Black Diaspora blockers.
And thanks to the return of Queen, some O being played and given to, well, let's see here, there we go. Handed off, and then let's see, number 2. That is Fillmore Payne playing some O this time. Coming on down to get Tiger free, and Tiger is on. Let's see, Queen is here. And with her hands up.
And it is a cut track on To Be Frank, sends To Be Frank to the penalty box, so it is a power jam situation.
That's why Queen had her hands up. I only caught that side of it. I'm like, I'm not sure what I just missed, but okay.
So it is now a power jam situation for Blackjack.
Blackjack taken to the infield. Let's see what happens here. It appears Queen's off to the penalty box again.
For a back block.
And To Be Frank has returned. So check it in, check it out of those Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box. Everybody's keeping it pretty busy. 4-3 on the jam so far for Michigan.
Some jammer on jammer action just outside of the jam line, and it's that jam is blown dead. Is with a 6 points for Black Diaspora and 8 points for Michigan.
Yes, keeping that 50-point differential. 136 Black Diaspora, 86 Michigan. We have under 4 minutes left in gameplay. And let's see what we've got going on. Freight Train wearing the star for Black Diaspora up against Jawbreaker Jose for Michigan. And right up the middle, that is Jawbreaker Jose. Lead.
4 leads within 5.
Yeah, 4 leads within 5 jams for Team Michigan. It's really seeming to make the difference, at least on establishing control in a jam. The pack over in the back stretch now. Freight Train at the back in scoring position.
Fillmore Payne gets to rejoin the fun.
And at the front of the pack, we do have Jawbreaker Jose out with 4 points. Oh, we are losing Black Diaspora pivot. That is Yeti to the penalty box. And right behind Fillmore Payne. Okay, so let's see what we have. Currently, Freight Train working up against a tripod from Team Michigan, able to get by on the inside line. We'll see if any points were accrued. 4 for Freight Train and Black Diaspora, 8 for Team Michigan. Michigan sitting at 94, Black Diaspora 140. Just under 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in gameplay. We have a team timeout right now called by Team Michigan. So while we wait, I'd like to thank AmeriHealth Caritas Louisiana. They help people get care, stay well, and build healthy communities. Their Medicaid plan offers a wide range of benefits to best meet your health needs and those of your family. To learn more about AmeriHealth Caritas Louisiana and what they can do for you, visit careforla.com. Huge thanks to our crowd sponsors, Roll One, Bruce Boutique, Crybaby Wellness and Body Breakdown by Blue, GEO Heat Exchangers, and DDG. Do you dream of playing roller derby? Have you ever thought about how fun it would be to become a ref? Do you think your business could support your local roller derby league in the upcoming season? Well, then your local roller derby league would love to hear from you. I know initially we had this read for the Y'all Stars and Red Stick Juniors, though your local roller derby league could use your help. I highly recommend you go to Google, type in your zip code and roller derby to see what leagues you have in your area and reach out to them and support.
Poison Violet wearing the star for Black Diaspora, Swift Justice for Michigan. It is a 4th lead jammer in a row for Michigan.
And we are seeing, I'm sorry, my guess was to something I saw for Muffin on the stat sheet, but just a quick update on the score in period 2 here. Team Michigan outscoring Black Diaspora by 10 points thus far. And also out of the last, 6 jams? 5 were lead. 5 out of 6 for Michigan were lead. So Yeti has the star for Black Diaspora. Swift Justice, still your lead jammer for Team Michigan. We'll see how quickly that was called. .40 it appears to be in favor of Team Michigan. No, 6-0 on that jam, narrowing Black Diaspora's lead to 40 points. Michigan sits at a flat 100, Black Diaspora 140. And we have 1 minute, 39 seconds remaining in gameplay. Team timeout called for Michigan. It doesn't hurt to take a breath at this point. Pull the skaters off the track. Like, all right, how we doing? Right. Stay focused. Don't get too rattled.
This is a 187 Killer Pads break. Team timeout brought to you by 187 Killer Pads. 187 Killer Pads worn by the most pros in the world. If you skate, you know why.
That's true.
And it is true.
Because it's awesome.
I do skate, and I do know why.
I know why. And it's because I have fun, dang it.
Yeah, if y'all stand over there. Yeah, stand to the right of time.
Oh, they're not on camera, though. Oh, because of the way everything keeps moving. All right.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Hi.
Hello. That was Tiger saying hi to us.
All right, back at it. Freight Train versus To Be Frank. Freight Train through, lead in 3 seconds. To Be Frank driven to the outside. Hit out in lane 4 there and cycled back.
To Be Frank putting up a fight at the front of the pack. Getting some assistance from her pivot. Number 28, that's Racer McChaser. Racer McChaser, I spoke too soon, sent to the penalty box. We also have Yeti in the penalty box with a forearm.
The strength of Black Diaspora's blocking is being used so expertly up until that quick little wiggle from To Be Frank getting out. But shout out to Queen and Black Soul Rose, because they were most definitely putting a damper on the clock for To Be Frank. Freight Train still out there, still lead, just at the end of the backstretch, fighting Team Michigan's defense and seeing the pack come together a bit, but then the run back, seeing Yeti take To Be Frank to the edge of turn 2. Freight Train being cycled back by Team Michigan as well. So coming on out, that is Freight Train with 4 points, a total of 8 thus far for Black Diaspora. And the star was passed to Racer McChaser, but Black Diaspora's defense able to cycle back. And right now the period clock is out of time. The jam has been called. Black Diaspora unofficially holding on to their victory. There is an official review being called right now too. But 9 points on the jam from Freight Train, sitting at 149. Michigan at 103. So 46-point differential. We'll see what happens with this official review. But cementing. We are so very close to Black Diaspora cementing their second victory, a second consecutive Y'all Stars victory. So we will confirm that for you shortly and get you details on the review.
And if I can fangirl for a second,
course.
this is my first freight train announcement, like first game announcing for freight train.
Okay.
And it's been a lot of fun. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's my first time. I think I'm not sure if Freight Train was there. I can't remember just because BIPOC Bowl there was a lot going on, and I worked via remote studio.
mhm.
But I know with Black Diaspora's roster, it can change up depending upon the event and who's available. I don't believe Freight Train was available for that, either that or the game that I called. So I agree. Amazing. And I fangirl like crazy over Black Diaspora because they are an amazing team, period.
Absolutely.
So glad to have the privilege of calling this game today for all of you. No, it's not. It ain't over till it's over.
No, she said pet transporter.
Pet transporter. Okay, so she travels a lot, and that's
Or moving pets to people.
Okay.
She also does step aerobics instructor.
So fun.
Oh, you're talking about Freight Train?
Freight
Yeah.
train, yes. Fun fact: Freight Train is a pet transporter.
I know, Transporter Tanisha.
Yep.
You can follow her on Instagram.
Oh, I
just
didn't.
just so you know, to see with her transport adventures, it's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to check her out.
Yeah, an extreme hip hop step aerobics instructor too. That was, I think, what Muffin was talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, really the only kind of fun step aerobics, in my humble opinion. But and I stumbled on it before I realized Freight Train teaches that. And I was like, wow, cool.
So we've got Nikki Tricky Savvy in her slinket coming back. And
Okay, it is official. Congratulations, Black Diaspora Roller Derby. 149 to 103 over Team Michigan. Hard-fought game by all, but securing their second-year victory here at Y'all Stars. Black Diaspora cannot be beat. Congratulations on your victory. Congratulations to Team Michigan for holding down their second-place finish. And this has just been a glorious event. So thank you to Y'all Star Southern Skate Showdown for having us. And I am Banshee,
I am Thin Mint.
and we will sign off right now.